Good evening and welcome to the St. Margaret's Bay Center in Upper Tantallon. My name is Joel McDougall. I'm here to bring you the action of the 2019 Atlantic Hockey Championships for the Major Bantam, and we're underway. It's the host Gulls versus Central Attack, the PEI representative. And early on, it's in the Gull zone. Turned over at the line. Coming in for the Gulls. Quick chance. And a big first save from Jack Howitt of the Central Attack. It's kept in. Big hit along the far wall as the Gulls try and keep it in. It gets out into the neutral zone. And it's dumped down. And we'll get our first line change of the evening. The Attack played earlier this afternoon. And they move it up. Colby Huggan in with a nice little move to get around. We couldn't make it all the way, and it's turned over, and back come the Gulls. In across the line. Shot goes high and wide off the stick of Drew Madigan. Can't be held into the line. The Attack break back up. It's Colby Huggan in again. Another big hit in behind, and Huggan comes up with the puck. Moves it back to the point. Shot on it, scores! As the Attack jump out to an early 1-0 lead off the point shot from Luke Coughlin. And at 18:45, it's 1-0 for the Central Attack. Much needed goal early on for the Attack here as they play in a hostile environment, as this is the host Gulls home rink. Gulls not only the host, they are the Nova Scotia champion as well. But they're down 1-0 early, and back come the Attack. That pass for Huggan is a little beyond him. It goes in behind the board as Huggan takes out the defender. Captain Cal White can't hold it in, and it's dumped out to the neutral zone. Here comes Squires with a backhander that's kicked aside. So Huggan and White pick up assists. And we're going to get our first penalty of the game here as well. And it's going to go against the Attack. So Coughlin from Huggan and White is the scoring play at 18:45 of the first period. But a chance here for the Gulls to get right back into it. Leighton Carruthers, Jacob Newcomb out there for the power play, along with I think it's Cale McDonald on the far side. Jacob Newcomb taking the face off, and it's won by the Gulls and back to the point. Comes across to Carruthers here on the near side, and he can't get a shot away, and it's dumped down by the Attack. Tyler Worth goes into chase, and it's played around. Harvey Noah in net for the Gulls. Jack Howitt playing his second game of the day here for the Central Attack. It's in the corner, comes out. That's McDonald. Around behind the net looking for an option. Sorry, make that Newcomb. Comes to Carruthers here on the near wall. Carruthers tries to stick handle into the middle. Gets dispossessed, and again, it's dumped all the way down by the Attack. 1:12 left to go in the power play for the Gulls. As it's moved back up ice. Madigan with it now for the Gulls. Surveys, has nowhere to go as there's a line change happening, and just dumps it up to the middle. The Attack doing well to kill some time and dump it back down behind the net for the Gulls. Here comes Furlong up to Casey. Casey across the line and in behind the net. Gets to Furlong at the point, and he holds it in, makes a nice little move to get around one defender. Passes it across. Fanned on the shot. Nothing there, and Howitt tries to pin it against the side of the net, but can't. And Furlong almost holds it in at the line, but it just gets out. He has to go retreat back into his own zone. And it's turned over again in the center ice, but it's picked up again by the Gulls. Pellerine with a shot that's blocked. The Attack try to dump it down, and it hits one of their own. Voss with another clearing attempt, and that will get down, and that will do it. As Max Sentner comes out of the box. So a big kill for the Attack as they remain up 1-0 here with just under 16 minutes left to play in the first period. Carruthers picks it up and just flips it in towards the slot, but it doesn't make it. Carruthers still on it. Carruthers backhands it out through the crease. Nobody home there. And it's shot in, and Howitt takes a little peek behind him as Drew Madigan got the shot through from the point. 15:32 left to play here in the first period. The Central Attack are up 1-0. Big lead for them to get as the Attack lost earlier this afternoon to the XL Hawks, and that's thrown in front of the net dangerously. Just out of the reach of Cale McDonald. In front, Jacob Newcomb can't get on it. Attack try to come out. They'll get it up to the neutral zone where it's picked up again by Madigan and dumped back in. Attack dump it down on Noah, and he's just going to cover up for a face-off. So big face-off here to the right of Noah. And the Gulls will take it off as Madigan picks it up on the near side and looks to skate it out. Big stretch pass. Trying to find Cale McDonald there and just chipped off his stick. Newcomb now throws it to the front of the net. Picks it up again. Newcomb in the slot with a shot. He scored! No! Referee says off the crossbar. It looked like it went in. Beat Howitt, but didn't beat the bar. Gulls with it still in their zone. Newcomb again finds Carruthers in the slot. Carruthers' slot goes off a stick and high and takes a funny bounce. And Jack Howitt had to be careful with that one. Bouncing back off the glass. The Gulls come close. But still 1-0 the Attack lead. Face off now to the right of Howitt. Leighton Carruthers going to take it. Give a shout out to Leighton's cousins, Alex, Theo, and Lucas, watching out on the West Coast. Glad you guys can tune in. Obviously cheering on Leighton. Carruthers, a highly touted prospect. Leading scorer for the Gulls with 61 points in the regular season. Carruthers out there with Sam LeDrew and Matthew O'Neill right now. Morrison with it for the Attack. Gets it up ice to the center line where it's dumped in. Attack get it in and go to Chase. LeDrew pushes it up. Carruthers chasing. In front, Carruthers. Tried to get it to O'Neill. It was just out of his reach. And back come the Attack. Carruthers playing a physical game too. As Furlong just dumps it in on Howitt. Had to be careful with that bounce. Here come the Gulls. On the near wall, it's Nathan Casey. Into the corner, walking out. It's Camden Pellerine. Gets a shot off, but it's the Attack coming back. The Gulls just dump it back out to the neutral zone where McDonald retreats. Plays catch with his partner Chase Guthrow. Delayed offside, so the Gulls can't play it. Back come the Attacks. It's Isaac Voss speeding through the neutral zone. Can't get a shot off. Good defense from Jake Furlong. In behind the Gulls net. Huggan back to the point. going to get by, and it's a foot race here. Pellerine was chasing hard for the Gulls. And it's turned over right in front. Jacob Newcomb caused the turnover and almost had a good chance, but back come the attack again. Squires in on the near wall, tries to dipsy-do around the defenseman, can't take the puck with him. It's pushed up at the ice, that's going to be icing with 12:17 left to play here in the first period. Face-off coming to the left of Howitt. It's like Newcomb is out there to take the draw. And the referee having a little conference with Jeff Squires. Well, I should say, I'm not positive that's Jeff Squires. Jeff Squires, the head coach of the Central attack. As we wait, and they're done their conversation, and we'll get back to the action here. Newcomb wins the draw right in the slot. Nice shot there from McDonald. It goes wide. Collins looks up ice. Finds Squires, but he can't hang on to it. It's dumped in behind Harvey. Sorry, Noah. It is Harvey Noah. Attack, move it back up. It's Cam Squires. Loses the puck in the neutral zone, but picks it back up again. He's all alone, 1-on-4, so he just dumps it deep, and he's going to go off for a change. It's rimmed around, held in at the point by Will Morrison. Now the Gulls will try another one. Another turnover almost. And the Gulls finally get it up to the neutral zone. Voss with it for the attack. Surveys and just dumps it in when he hits the red line, and he's bumped by Carruthers. Couple of touted prospects. Tried to move it up there to Carruthers as he was streaking free. Back come the Gulls in numbers, but now Huggins got it back for the attack with Voss. Was looking for Brett Arsenault, and pass was just in behind him, and that will be offside. With 10:48 left to go here in the first period. It's a 1-0 Central attack lead as they scored a minute 15 into the first period. Luke Coughlin with the goal. Face-off won by the attack, and they'll dump it in from the red line. Boyle picks it up on the near wall. He tries to. Bounces over his stick. Boyle with it again, though. Back to the point. Shot in. And Noah corrals that one. I'd like to thank everybody watching at home. Friends and family that can't be here. There's a good contingent of family that have traveled. Obviously, the host Gulls with a strong force here. But certainly there's a lot of fans from all the teams represented here as parents and loved ones come to these. If you are watching at home, we'd love to hear shout-outs. My Twitter handle is on the screen, @highly_touted. If I'm getting names wrong, you can correct me on pronunciations or just let me know who you're watching, where you're watching from, as it's turned over, and the Gulls try and make something out of this. Little no-look pass goes to nobody. And it's back out to the neutral zone where the Gulls retreat. It's Jake Furlong. Smooth skating defenseman for the Gulls. Builds up some speed. Furlong through the neutral zone, across the blue line. Dumps it in the corner. Casey goes to chase. Held in at the line. Comes to the near side for Furlong, but it's a little farther ahead, and it goes in the corner. Carruthers holds the line there. Puck just skipped out, so it's a delayed offside as Furlong goes back for the Gulls. Back to his D partner, and it's moved up, and it's turned over by the Attack as they come across the line. Cal White, captain, and he's hit in the corner, and this is going to be a penalty. Cal White went down hard in the corner. Looks like it's going to be Drew Madigan that's going to go off. Got to watch anytime there's a hit like this to see if it's only going to be 2 or if there will be more. We'll see momentarily. That's a big chance here on the power play. It is just going to be 2 minutes to Drew Madigan of the Gulls. So at 9:05 left. So it's a boarding call to Madigan. Power play opportunity here for the Attack. Voss with it here on the near side. Looks to go back to his D partner and then comes out of the line. So they'll have to regroup. Huggin with it here on the near wall. Nice little chip play to himself. Gets it across to Voss. Looks in front of the net, and that's off a leg and wide. White still out there. Comes back. Shot from the point, scramble in front. And it's Squires coming away with it. Voss with the shot. That doesn't get through as it's blocked. Matthew O'Neill with the block, and another for the Gulls. Coughlin across to Voss. Voss now doesn't go for the shot, looking for the pass on the far post, doesn't make it through. Gulls get it. Will they get it out? No, held in nicely by Isaac Voss. Voss to Coughlin. Goal scorer so far. Just tries to put one through, and that's off a stick of Squires and up into the netting. And we're going to get a face-off outside. That's good zone time here for the Attack, but they don't come away with a dangerous opportunity. .59 seconds left in the penalty to Drew Madigan for boarding. Second power play unit out for the Attack as McDonald has to retreat into his own zone. Under the watchful eye of Camden Pellerine. It's tipped into the corner. And comes back to McDonald at the point. Bobbles it momentarily, but gets it back deep. In behind the net. Now Arsenault chasing it. And the Gulls will try and get it out, but McDonald pinches along the wall and holds it in. Brett Arsenault into the slot for Ling. Ling's shot doesn't go through. Nice tip. And Harvey Noah makes a nice save on the tip, as there was a lot of traffic in front. But it stays out, and there's 22 seconds left in the power play. So a big face-off here to Noah's left. Gulls win the face-off. It's held in. Cross. And a shot from a wide angle. Doesn't make it through. Morrison and Squires, they play catch across. Another shot. Noah with the big save, and it drops down. And they'll dump it down. Penalty's now over. We're back to even strength as Squires gets hit along the near wall. The Gulls look to turn things back up. But White picks it up in the corner. Held in again at the line. Attack with a little bit of good zone time, but back come the Gulls now. It's Carruthers across the line. Looking in the middle. And that shot goes off a stick and up into the netting as he had McDonald going to the net. This will be the big line for the Gulls. Carruthers, Newcomb, and McDonald. But now we'll see a little bit of a change as Newcomb and McDonald will stay out. Carruthers goes to the bench. in behind the attack net. White looks to chip it out and does. Up along the wall, White again tries to chip it in. Gets past the defender, and in chasing it's Keegan Callahan. Sentner with a shot as he turns around. And we're going to get another penalty. I believe it's going to be the attack this time. And it's going to be hooking call on White. With 5:58 here in the first period. Opportunity for the Gulls to try and even this one before the first is up. And out comes Carruthers, Newcomb, and McDonald up front. Furlong on the point, and Drew Madigan as well. Face-off controlled by the Gulls. Madigan tries to dump it low, and it's blocked by the attack, and they're going to come out. And it's dumped all the way down. Harvey pushes it back up along the wall for Madigan. As he pushes it up further for McDonald, where he's immediately checked. But here comes Carruthers across the line. Carruthers tries to stick handle and can't get around the defender, and it's back down into the Gulls zone. Furlong comes out from behind his own net. Up to Newcomb. Newcomb's checked there by Sentner, and it's turned all the way back down. 1:10 left to go on the power play for the Gulls. Furlong weaves his way through the middle. He'll dump it down. Howitt can't stop it behind the net, and Carruthers can't pick it up either. It's Madigan across to Furlong. Furlong shot off a attack player, off Voss, and Howitt had to be careful with that. Madigan makes a little move to evade the forechecker and throws it across to an empty wing. Attack will just dump it down as it's 40 seconds left in their penalty. Furlong still out there, being watched closely by the attack. Casey now across the blue line. Casey tries to throw it in front of the net and can't get it. And once again, the Gulls are turned back. Out comes Pellerine. Pellerine with a shot from wide. Rebound, big rebound by Howitt. Couldn't get the shot off. Gulls finally get things set up, but the penalty's over now. Back at the point. Held in momentarily, and the attack will get it back out now. Owen Fleming puts it up to the attack blue line, where they'll set it up, and out they come. Boyle up the middle, looking for Squires, and back comes Carruthers. Carruthers, wide angle, sweeps around, and Howitt gets back to the post to make a big save. As Carruthers had swept wide and found Jack McPhee. Another big hit. Carruthers now backhand pass in front, and another big save from Howitt. As Roman Joseph had a nice little chance there, as Carruthers is trying to find his teammates right now. And across the line, Furlong in low, into the slot. Furlong with it again as that shot went wide. Joseph just throws it in front. There's nobody there for the Gulls, and it's dumped back down. This is going to be icing, but a little bit of a reprieve here for the attack, as the best chances the Gulls have had all night have just come in the last shift. 2:46 left to go here in the first period. It's a 1-0 Central attack lead, but the host Gulls are turning up the pressure. Nathan Casey taking the draw here for the Gulls, up against Colby Huggan. It's down low in the Gulls zone. Gulls can't get it out. And still in deep the Gulls territory. They'll skate it out this time. Looking up, it's Pellerine, just out of his reach. Pellerine picks it up again in this neutral zone. All by himself though as his line mates are changing. And Huggan puts it around behind the net and it comes up to Collins on the near wall. Collins is looking for Callahan and that just goes too far. Not far enough for icing though. Furlong out there again. Turned over. Collins tried to find Squires in front, but couldn't. Here's Squires again on it. Going to be offside here on the attack as players got kind of tied up across the blue line. The puck didn't go in ahead of them. .128 left to play here. First period at the St. Margaret's Bay Center. Another game going on at the ice surface right across from us. St. John's Hitmen and the Dieppe Flyers are playing their first game of the tournament. Out come the Gulls. Across the blue line, it's McDonald. McDonald looking for Newcomb in front. They couldn't match up. And back come the attack. Squires across the line. Shot there, and that's turned aside by Harvey. Nice shot from Will Morrison as he retreats now to the point. We're in the final minute of play as there's 45 seconds left. Gulls having trouble getting out of their own zone. Furlong's just going to dump it up off the glass. Not going to be icing though, as we're 30 seconds left here. The attack happy to take their time. That one's an errant pass, and that one will go as icing with 18.8 seconds left here in the first period. Possibly in one final chance for an opportunity here for the Gulls to try and level things before the period ends. No surprise. We'll see Leighton Carruthers out there, along with Casey and Pellerine, looks like. Scrambled off the draw on the attack. Can't clear it. Shot from the point. In the pads of Howitt. Carruthers banging at it. Casey banging at it. No goal as it crossed the line after the whistle. Jack Howitt had it in his pads as the Gulls banged away at it. But clearly the referee had made the call before that squeezed in. Casey taking the draw. Kicked back by the attack. And they'll chip it up and out, and that will do it for the first period here. And a successful one for the Central attack, as they'll take a 1-0 lead into the first intermission. Luke Coughlin gets the early goal that holds up for the attack. We'll be back for the second period in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. All right, we're back for the second period action between the Gulls and the Central Attack for the Bantam AAA Atlantic Championship here in Upper Tantallon, St. Margaret's Bay, Nova Scotia. It's a 1-0 lead for the Central Attack as Luke Coughlin had the only goal of the first period early on, just a minute and 15 seconds in. Gulls with the edge in shots, 16-9 in that first period as they get their first one of the second period. The Attack goaltender Jack Howitt makes the save. Howitt playing his second game of the day. It's the Attack dump it in. It rims around here to the near side. And it's held in at the line by Morrison. Comes up to the neutral zone, off the stick of McDonald. And it's dumped back in to the Gulls zone. Little reverse play there. Looking for Madigan, but the Attacker on it. Jacob Newcomb in behind his own net. Puts it back to Madigan. He'll try and skate it out. Gets it up into the middle. And it's dumped in, but that's offside. As there's a little bit of a train wreck in front of the Gulls bench, and it's tipped in by Colby Huggan. He goes into chase. It's held into the line by Coughlin. Across to Voss. Voss with the shot, and that's steered aside by Harvey. White dumps it back for the Attack, where it's picked up by Furlong behind the net. He can't get it up the boards. He'll start back the other way, where it's picked up there by Bailey. Sorry, Bailey Shortall. But they still can't get it out. Pellerine now, he'll try and skate it up the near wall. White turns it back over and it goes back in. Good forecheck here by the Attack. It's dumped all the way down, tipped there by Carruthers to negate the icing as he goes in behind the net. Pushes it back to the point. Or Guthrow is looking for somebody off the far post and they just couldn't match up. It's chipped back down in behind the Attack net. Carruthers picks it up. Will take it in behind, looking for somebody out in front, but there's nobody home. Carruthers with it again. Loses it. The Attack try to clear it out, but it's held in at the line as Gabriel John moved down. And out comes Isaac Voss. Voss across the red line now, across the blue. He stops up. Puts one through the legs, and Harvey easily gloves that one down. And we get a stoppage with 16:56 left to play here in the second period. So the Central Attack lead this one 1-0. PEI representative here at the Atlantics. They finished their season first in their league with a record of 28-2. Gulls clear it out to the neutral zone where the Attack pick it up and they'll try and turn it back. Dump into the Attack zone. And in goes Cale McDonald looking to forecheck, but can't stop it. Furlong holds it in at the line momentarily, but Huggan moves it up at the red line. It's across. McDonald loses the puck in his skates, and Furlong's got it again, looking to get ahead of steam. He curls back, but he's got a defender right on him as Arsenault was right there. Almost turned over, but out comes McDonald for the Gulls. Across the line, throws it towards the net as Howitt gloves that shot as it was going wide. And he'll hold it for another stoppage. Jack Howitt, as mentioned, second game of the day here. Had a goals against average of .77 in regular season action. Shot saved by Harvey as he takes that one in the breadbasket and just steers it aside to the corner. Morrison across to Voss as he walks down. That one's deflected up into the netting, and we'll get a face-off outside. As the Attack have a little pressure here in the last few minutes. Turned over in the neutral zone as Morrison tries to skate it in, but kind of runs into Ling before crossing the line, but back come the Attack. Huggan in the middle. Huggan with a little stick handling off the post. No goal! As Huggan beat Harvey, but he couldn't beat the iron. Nice little stick handling move to beat the defender one-on-one, but couldn't beat the iron. Pellerine steps up on Morrison, but White grabs it, looking for Huggan in the middle, tries to play it through his feet. Voss can't get the one-timer at the point, and it's held in momentarily. Back come the Gulls. Well, they turn it over, and they'll dump it down, but it won't be icing. Voss goes back to pick it up. Voss has it back, just flicks it and gets past Furlong at the point. Now it's a race for it as Huggan is up there. Huggan gets it, looking in front of the net, had Sentner there, but it was cut off nicely by Furlong. Across the line, it's McDonald. McDonald to his backhand, goes forehand, but that's steered aside. Newcomb now battling in there. Gets the puck out. Leaves it there. For Reeves, held in at the line by Furlong. That's just directed wide. Newcomb with it again. Newcomb moves to the middle. Shot there, he scores! As the Gulls tie it up, it is Carter Graves in the slot. And he beats Howitt to the blocker side. And we've got a 1-1 hockey game with 13:53 left to play in the second period. See what kind of boost that gives the Gulls. I believe it was Carter Graves. Just waiting for the official announcement here. Battle along the near wall in the goal zone. Break coming up here as Leighton Carruthers all alone in behind the defense. Tries to go 5-0 and a big save by Howitt as he holds the fort on Leighton Carruthers. So the official scoring play is Carter Graves from Cale McDonald and Jake Furlong to tie it up. And a great opportunity there for the Gulls as Leighton Carruthers was all alone, tried to go 5-hole, and Jack Howitt closed the doors to keep this a tie hockey game. Voss wheeling around behind the net, tries to cut to the middle, and it's turned over. It's dumped back in by Casey. Now the Attack will try and break it out again. Stick gets up high there. There's going to be a penalty call. High sticking on Casey as Howitt leaves the net. Extra attacker now out for the Attack. Back to the point. Voss with it. Over to Morrison. Morrison tries to get the shot through, and that's blockered aside by the Gulls. Noah Harvey. And we'll get the call now. as it was just a little too ambitious on the forecheck. Nathan Casey got his stick up in the mask of the attack defender, and he'll sit for 2 minutes or less. So after giving up the tying goal, the attack now on the power play as they try to retake this lead. And a big game for them. It's back. More McDonald with the shot. That doesn't get through. And it's Huggan on the far wall. Back to Voss. Back down to Huggan. To Voss in the slot. Puck bouncing. Can't get a good shot off. McDonald fans on the centering attempt. Squires gets it back to Voss. To McDonald. Walks down, looking on the far post for Huggan. But couldn't get the pass through the sea of legs. Not cleared as McDonald holds it in. He'll walk to the center. Huggan. Back to Voss. Voss to McDonald. They play catch as it comes back to Voss. Voss with a shot. Good shot, and that's kicked aside by Harvey. Voss again with it. He and Huggan play catch and slides off Huggan's stick until Voss gets it. And back into the slot. And Huggan's shot is blocked there. Lots of movement on the outside around the top of the umbrella for the attack, but can't get anything into the middle. As now McDonald walks in, and that's blocked. And that's going to be blocked all the way out into the neutral zone. Back comes McDonald. Landon McDonald skates it in and gets it in. Now White in the far corner. Tries to push it back for McDonald as they play catch here on the near wall. White back to Voss. Voss's shot doesn't get through again. Gulls really clogging up that centrals area. Voss now tries to stick handle his way through. And there, Squires takes the backhand pass from Voss, and he finds the net and jumps into the bench. And the Central attack are back up by 1 as it's 2-1 for the attack with the power play goal. Was good zone time for the attack, but wasn't sure if it was going to add up to much as they were able to just move it around the outside, just top that umbrella, but couldn't get anything into the low center until that chance finally put away by Squires. And just in time too, with there was only 5 seconds left in the penalty. A little bit of line juggling here by the Central attack. As Voss, a defenseman, looks like he was forced to stay out there as he didn't come off in time, but he'll make the change now. So give White and Voss the assists on the go-ahead goal by Squires. Squires, leading point getter for the attack with 67 points in the regular season. Big hit down low on the Gulls as Pellerine pushed his man over. Back out come the attack. Sentner chips it in behind the defense, looking in front, looking for Collins going to the net, but it's turned aside. Held in at the point momentarily, but then it's chipped up into the bench. With 9:25 left to play here in the second period. Remind you, my name's Joel McDougall, calling all the action for you here at the Bantam AAA Atlantic Championships. Host Tassa Gulls. facing off against the PEI representative, the Central Attack. Central Attack lost earlier this afternoon to the XL Halifax Hawks 4-2. Their game had to be relocated as we had a bit of a power outage here. Some high winds here caused power pole very close to the arena to go down. So that game was moved out to the Bank of Montreal Center. As we're back underway here, looking up the middle were the Gulls. That took a deflection, so no icing on that. And the Gulls are back in on it. The Attack pick it up. Morrison in behind his own net. Chips it up through the middle. Can't clear it as Carruthers now picks it up and he curls back in. Carruthers. Shot goes wide on the glove side of Howitt. Shot from the point from Furlong doesn't get through. And we're going to get another penalty here as Carruthers knocked down his man, pleading his case. And it's going to be an interference call. So another power play here for the Central Attack as they have a 2-1 lead over the host Gulls. So we see the power play unit come back out. Squires, Huggin, and White up front with Coughlin and Voss on the point as that goes off a leg and up into the netting. We're going to get a face-off back inside. To the right of Harvey Noah. It's rimmed around the boards and will get past Voss and all the way down the ice. Gulls have it now in the attacking zone. Short-handed, trying to get a chance. That's Cale McDonald. Trying just to kill some time in below the net. As the Attack now come out. McDonald turns it over again and he'll dump it back in. Good penalty killing there by the Gulls forward. Matthew O'Neill now putting on the pressure, but the Attack come out. It's Huggin. Across the blue line, he'll curl. Walk the line, find Coughlin here on the near side. Back to Voss, holds it in to Coughlin. Pass back to Voss. Again, they play catch on the outside. Coughlin now with a shot that's blocked and won't get through, and it's picked up by Squires. Nice block by Guthrow. And it's back to Voss at the point. Over to Huggin with a bullet that goes off the iron. Now to Voss. Voss fans on his shot. To Coughlin. Tries a shot pass across crease to Huggin. Doesn't get through though. The Gulls really tightening up in that central area, not letting much through. Huggin with another shot that goes high and wide, and that'll come all the way out. And down into the attack zone where Voss will pick it up and turn it back up. Voss tries to evade the defender. Crosses the red line and turns the puck over in the neutral zone. It's all the way across to White. He crosses the blue line. Leaves it there for Huggin. Huggin met by a defender right away. As they scramble in behind the net. Clearing attempt. Doesn't get past Morrison. Now Huggin plays a little give and go at White, and it's just shot towards the front of the net. And Noah will jump on that to stop it. We're back to even strength action. Still 2-1 Central Attack lead the Gulls. Shots relatively even. 21 shots for the Gulls, 20 for the Central Attack. Face off to the left of Noah. We're going to get Arsenault getting kicked out of the face-off dot. Bates Ling takes the face-off and wins it for the Attack and is pushed back deep. Comes along the near side where the Gulls will work it out. Chance for a 2-on-1 here. Newcomb moves in, puts it across crease. Can't get the pass to click. As he had Graves going to the net. Goal scorer for the Gulls. Madigan stands up at the center ice and turns it over and dumps it back in, where Howitt plays it along the near wall. And out come the attack. Collins tries to work his way across. It's held in at the line by McDonald. The Gulls turn it back up. Newcomb kind of ran into the linesman, which killed a little bit of his momentum. Up come the attack. Squires skates by the puck. It's put in low. Collins now with it. Gulls still move it up, and out comes Carruthers. Sorry, that's Pellerine. Pellerine loses an edge and goes down. Tack. Just try and flick it up, and that goes up into the ceiling. So out of play, and we'll have a face-off to the left of Jack Howitt. .507 left here in the second period. 2-1 Central attack. Sentner's asked to leave the face-off dot, and Squires will come in to face Casey, and the attack win it. Furlong steps down and holds it in. Gulls pick it up low in the corner. Comes back to Reeves. Reeves looks cross ice for Furlong, where it just chipped by Callahan and out. Big hit there from Callahan. As the Gulls regroup and try and get it out. Held by Voss with a big shot that goes over the net. Mossy dumps it in for the attack. And now out will come Pellerine with a little bit of space. One-on-one, tries to get the shot off, and that's off the defender's stick and up into the netting. For another face-off in the attack zone. Carruthers in for the face-off for the Gulls. Gulls win it. It's John holding it in at the point. John holds it again. Shot towards the net is kicked aside by Morrison. And out come the attack. Morrison crossed the line. Sorry, McDonald across the line. Shot goes off a leg and wide, and back come the Gulls. And we're going to get another call here, and this is going to go against the attack. As Roman Joseph was breaking into the offensive zone, and he was taken down. So big power play with 3:45 left here in the second period for the Gulls. And if I interpret the referee's signals there, I think Central Attack might have got a little warning for trying to make a late change. Face-off won by the Gulls. Carruthers picks up the rebound and he scores! Leighton Carruthers. 5 seconds into the power play, picks up the rebound and goes high on the blocker side of Jack Howitt to tie this game up. There you go, Alex, Theo, and Lucas watching out on the West Coast. There's a big goal for your cousin Leighton Carruthers. With 3:40 left here in the second, we got a tie hockey game. So McDonald and Newcomb pick up the assists, and back come this trio. Another rebound attempt from Carruthers, and that's steered aside by Howitt. As McDonald and Newcomb assisted on the goal by Carruthers, and they just had another chance there. Furlong turns it back, but nobody there for the Gulls. Now back come the Gulls. Up ice is Roman Joseph. Sorry. I want to say Roman Yossi when I say that name. As the Attack just get it out into the neutral zone and it's dumped back in. A little bit of a jump to the Gulls now that they've tied it up. It's dumped down. No icing on the play as Madigan, I think, touched it. Held in by Collins. It squirts back out to the neutral zone where the Attack will just dump it right back down as Noah plays it. A little bit of a misplay there as it gets scrambly. Back to the point. Little shot from McDonald doesn't get through. Collins gets a second chance from the slot. Can't get anything to get through. Held in by McDonald at the line. Gulls having a little bit of trouble getting out of their own zone. Up comes Pellerine. Coming across the line is Casey. Casey, shot doesn't go anywhere. McDonald now with it. He's got a man on him, and Pellerine right there too. Pellerine turns it over, and a big save by Howitt. As he has been busy here in the second period with some close action. Ever since the Gulls tied it up. It's 1:27 left here in the second period. 2-2 hockey game here at the St. Margaret's Bay Center. We don't have a webcast, but we got another game going on at the other ice service here as the St. John's Hitmen are taking on the Dieppe Flyers. Attack win the face-off, and it's cleared out to the neutral zone as they have a man way up high. John steps down to try and hold that blue line and does. It's back out to the neutral zone. So we're back in the final minute of play here of the second period, that is. Just waiting to complete a line change here. Furlong dumps it down. Now the Attack come out. Cogan sends it in, but the Gulls will turn it back, and out they come. That looks like Carruthers. Little behind the back play there. Tried by Newcomb. Looks for Carruthers out in front, and it's in his feet. Here's Tyler Worth. Tyler with a shot. That's gloved down by Noah. As we've got 18.6 seconds left here in the second period. Close game here between the Gulls and the Central Attack from PEI. The Gulls, the host team, but they also earned their right to be here. They're also the Nova Scotia champions. Finished the regular season in first place with a record of 30-2, and a big scramble right into Harvey Noah. Had to be sharp to keep that out. Nathan Casey taking the draw for the Gulls against Colby Huggan. It's won by the Gulls as Furlong has it, but he loses it. Out in front to Huggan. Huggan scores! Big goal at the end of the second with 8.8 seconds. Colby Huggan takes the pass from the corner and drives it behind Harvey Noah to give the attack a 3-2 lead. As mentioned, with only 8.8 seconds left in the second period. So Ling and Squires pick up the assists on the go-ahead goal. And now we're having a little conference between Coach Ian Haverstock and the official. Not quite sure what they're discussing here. Haverstock doesn't seem overly upset, but obviously there's something that's concerning him. And we'll get back underway here with 8.8 seconds left. Big scramble off the draw there. And that'll do it for the second period. And we're getting a little bit of chippiness here before the end of this period. But that'll do it for the second period. As the Gulls even it up, but before the end of the second, Central Attack makes it a 3-2 lead. And we'll be back for the third after this. All right, we're back. Just about to get underway here for the third period. A 3-2 Central attack lead over the host Gulls at the Bantam AAA Atlantic Championships here in St. Margaret's Bay, Nova Scotia. Attack with it in their own zone as Huggin chips it behind his back to himself and crosses the line. Little curl at the top of the circle. Back to Morrison. To McDonald here on the near side. Little weak shot just goes down to the side. And as Ling tries to jam it in short side. White in front. Huggin with another chance. Not sure what hit in front, but didn't go in. And back come the Gulls. Pellerine chips it into the far wall, and he'll go in to chase it. In behind the net. It's moved out by the attack. White tries to chip it behind Madigan, who stands up and keeps it. In behind the attack net. Played rather calmly there by Sentner. Leads to a good chance by the Gulls, but they can't convert. Out come the attack. It's Sentner into the middle. Thought he had some free space, but coming off the bench was Gavin Reeves. Now the Gulls will look to get it back out. Cale McDonald loses it, and the attack bring it back up. In across the line, Squires in front, but a shot there from Sentner. And then Voss can't hold it in. It's dumped down right onto Howitt. McDonald now with it. McDonald tries to look out in front, and his shot just goes wide. Carruthers now along the far wall. Picks it back up again. Carruthers loses it though. And the attack just push it back out to the neutral zone. Shots even at 28 right now, as that's a errant pass for Boyle up at center. It was well out in front of him, and that's going to be icing against the attack. It was a 1-0 lead for the attack after the first period, as they got the only goal from Luke Coughlin early in the first period. Teams traded at goals there in the second, as they each had 2. Of course, the attack scoring with 8.8 seconds left to give them the 1-goal lead. And a little bit of an uphill battle here for the Gulls in the third. They'll skate it across the line. Carruthers can't hold it in. Let's dump back in by Furlong. The Gulls are going to change. Joseph, lone forechecker, as Voss skates it out. Dumped in, and Furlong picks it up and reverses it. Boyle, the only one there, as he tries to hold it in for the attack. Into the corner, it's Worth backhanding it out in front. Pellerine's there to intercept that. Turn it back up for the Gulls. Furlong skating down the far side. Got Joseph going in that. Furlong to the middle, can't get a shot off. Going to be a penalty here on the attack, as Furlong was looking for the call. Central attack coach is upset with the call, feel it wasn't much of a hook that was given that upset Furlong. Power play here, big chance for the Gulls, as it's Newcomb, McDonald, and Carruthers up front. Madigan with a shot and save made by Howitt, and Newcomb was right there for the rebound, but couldn't put it home. Attack get it up off the glass. Takes a hop and will get out into the neutral zone where Madigan turns. Madigan, ooh, dangerous leave there as Sentner almost sniffed that out. And a big hit by Morrison. Carruthers now with a quick pass out in front on the leg and scores! Carruthers just trying to center it. Went off a leg. Not sure if it went off the leg of Howitt or a defender right there in the crease, but regardless, the Gulls have tied it up. On the second of the night from Leighton Carruthers. Collins turns it back up for the attack. 3-all here with 15:45 to play.
And his second of the night, scored by number 21, Leighton Carruthers. Unassisted at 15:58. That's 21 unassisted at 15:58.
So Leighton Carruthers with the tying goal. Unassisted, the official call. As mentioned, he just threw it back out in front of the net and hit a leg and bounced in behind Howitt. Newcomb dumps it in for the Gulls as they have to check up on the delayed offside. Attack get it as far as the neutral zone where it's dumped back in by Furlong. Evenly matched game here so far. Highly touted Gulls with only 2 losses on the year. Central Attack, obviously they won their league. Also Monktonian champions this past season at one of the region's big events. Gulls now with it in there in the attack zone. Casey trying to get a handle on it. Good battle there with Coughlin. Casey misses on the hit of Coughlin as he spins out of the way. Squires now across the blue line, pokes it ahead and goes after it. Stop moving his feet though. And back come the Gulls. It's Furlong skating up through the neutral zone across the blue line, tries to get past the defenders. And now there's a chance as White races, trying to get onto it, not cleared very far. White picks it back up and his shot deflected over the net and the rebound just goes wide as Huggan was there. Sniffing for another one for him. Dumped down by the Gulls. That's going to go for icing. With 13:59 left in the third period. Tie hockey game here. Gulls win the face-off, but it's held in at the line by the attack. Huggan backheads it back down to the corner where Ling battles behind the net with Newcomb. Attack on it again, and it comes free though to Carruthers. Across the red line, now the blue. On the near side, shot into the red basket of Howitt, and he's going to hang on to that one. Face-off coming up to the right of Jack Howitt. It's been solid today. Chipped in deep as Sentner runs his man into the bench. Madigan trying to dance around the defenders as it comes up to Squires. Bounces off his stick, but he'll chase it in behind the net and pick it up again. Out in front to Collins with a shot. Doesn't make it all the way through. We get a bit of a scramble in front of the net. Gulls just get it past the blue line, but Voss picks it up again and skates it across the blue line. He's hit there by Madigan. Voss with it again. McPhee watching him. Plays it across to Morrison, his partner, who stops and turns back up ice. Morrison with some speed across the blue line to the middle with a shot. And Noah makes another nice save. Coughlin tries to backhand it in front of the net and can't get it through the pile of bodies. Another shot from the point. That makes it through. And Noah hangs on to that one. 12:07 left to play. Shots 32 for the Gulls, 33 for the Attack. Score is much more even as it's 3-3. Gulls yet to lead in this game as they've been playing from behind ever since early in the first. Huggan tried to go forward on that face-off attempt, almost successfully. Now the Attack on the forecheck. Gulls come away with it. And it's Pellerine now across the blue line. Shot goes high and wide. Casey out in front to Pellerine, fans on the shot. Pellerine just backhands it into the corner. Carter Graves goes in, and that's dumped high, almost hit the roof, but makes it all the way down. Now Huggan into the middle. And scores! Took a big hit, was Keegan Callahan, but took the pass from Huggan, and the Attack are back out ahead by one, 4-3, with 11:16 left to play. Big hit. Callahan took a big hit right before he picked up that pass. He's celebrating all right, but he looks a little winded maybe. Be interested to see another shot from the point as the Attack just continue to direct everything at the net. So Huggan with the only assist on the goal, but it's a multi-point game for Huggan as he's been dangerous almost every time out there tonight. As we're almost halfway through this third period, the Central Attack out in front again, 4-3 over the host Gulls here tonight. Newcomb tries to dump it deep, but can't get it for any zone time, and it goes all the way back down by the Attack. Madigan up off the boards. And it's dumped back in by the Central Attack. Oh, pass there for McDonald, I believe it was. He wasn't looking though. It's a little disjointed play here by the Gulls tonight. Madigan now here on the near wall. He'll just flick it up the middle. Looking to see if Pellerine can skate onto it. But back come the Attack. The Gulls were making a line change, so the defenders were able to step out right in front of that. Huggan just fires it into the far corner where it's picked up by White. Pellerine now. He'll turn. Look to try and get it out, but he's dispossessed by Ling. Now Furlong. Across the blue line. Furlong with a shot. That's off a stick and over the net. Still in deep. Furlong just whacks at it. Out comes Coughlin. First goal tonight went to Luke Coughlin. He holds it in again, just puts it deep as they attack. Finishing a line change. Furlong takes out his man along the wall. It's pushed back to the point. Shot from there, that's blocked. Brothers tries to chip it out and go after it, but can't take it with him. Boyle just pushes it behind the net for the attack. The attack happy to keep it deep in the Gulls zone. Voss steps up to put it back in there. Takes a funny bounce right out in front of the net. As Noah was waiting for that to come around, but it took off a bounce off a stanchion, and back comes Newcomb. Newcomb's shot kicked aside by Howitt. Voss takes it, tries to skate it out, and it's turned over. Newcomb almost had it in front. Now out come the attack. It's Boyle across the line. He'll just fire it in on Noah, who gloves it down, and he's going to hang on as Sentner was right there, waiting to see if anything was going to come loose. 7:48 left here in the third period. Central attack up 4-3. Gulls take possession off the draw. Madigan stops and looks for an option. Can't get the pass through and left to turn back. Collins all over him as he forechecks. Pellerin now with a little back pass, and out comes Casey. Casey kind of mishandles it as he crosses the line. And the attack take advantage, and they'll get it out. Collins just couldn't skate onto that, and it was dumped away by the Gulls. Back comes McDonald across the red line, backhands it, doesn't get it in the zone, so the attack will just have to wait, and they'll dump it back deep. Sentner just circles in front as the Gulls now try to move it back out. They can't make anything work, and it's taken back over by the attack as they regroup in their own zone, and out comes Voss across the red line and backhands it just barely into the Gulls zone. And out comes Pellerin. Up to Newcomb. Newcomb loses it on the other side of the blue line, and it's dumped back down by the attack. Furlong backhands it along the near wall for Joseph. Now here comes Newcomb on the near side. Nobody with him though, as he circles behind the net. Voss right on him, takes the puck from him. Held in at the line momentarily there, and back come the attack. Chance here for a 2-on-1. Off the post. Keegan Callahan looking for his second of the night, rings one off the iron. Now Furlong tries to skate out of trouble, and he curls back to get himself some more space. Looks up, far up the ice. Coming across the blue line, that's McDonald. Dumps it in behind the net, and Carruthers is there. Carruthers loses it. And it's a little bit of scramble play inside the Gulls zone, but Huggan gets it. It's knocked down by a high stick, but played by the Gulls. Now another chance here as Gulls defender tripped. And geez, dangerous play there as almost went in off Noah's pads. Again, the Gulls turn it over. They just can't hold on to the puck. Here comes Casey on the near side. Casey with a sharp angled shot, and that's handled easy by Jack Howitt. .457 left. Central attack with a 1-goal lead over the host Gulls. Casey gets tossed from the circle. That'll take Pellerin for the draw, and that's won by Squires. Attack get it into the goal zone where Furlong turns with it. Stops, gets some space, and now he'll skate it out to Casey. Across the blue line. Casey moves it to the middle. Nobody can get onto it, and back come the attack. Squires circles on this side. Dump back in by the attack, and they're going to change. That'll give the Gulls a little chance to get things organized. But whether they can find the space through the neutral zone. But here's Newcomb on the near side. Newcomb turns, blows a tire, and goes down, and the attack are right there to take the puck. Carruthers forechecking deep. Chases in behind the net, and out comes the attack with speed across the blue line. Will Morrison with a sharp angled shot. That's off a stick and into the netting. And we're going to get a face-off inside the goal zone. 3:47 left to play. 4-3 Central Attack with the lead. Down to the final few minutes here. Gulls control off the face-off. Brothers chips it up, but nobody from the Gulls team can skate onto it, and it's dumped back down by the attack. Goes past Noah's stick, and McDonald will hold it in at the line for the attack. Worth battles there for the attack. Boyle now had it as the Gulls try and get possession here. Worth now in the corner. He'll be happy to tie things up and kill a little bit more time off the clock. And that faceoff's going to come outside because the referee deemed that he had fallen on the puck. So 3:10 left. 3 big minutes for the Gulls to try and level this one. Squires on the faceoff for the attack. He wins it cleanly all the way back into his own zone where Voss will go to pick it up. Through the middle. Coughlin dumps it down. See if the Gulls can move this one up. Roman Joseph on the near wall, trying to get possession of it here so the Gulls can move it out. Can't get it, but Chase Guthrow will, and leave it back there for Furlong, who turns, looking for some space, up to Pellerine. Back to Furlong, and that's off his skate. As once again, the Gulls just having trouble just getting over it. Sentner picks up that broken up play. Gulls just unable to get the breakout going here and are turning it over a number of times. Back comes Madigan. Across the blue line, into the corner. Madigan in deep. Just tries to backhand it out in front, and Carruthers is there. Sorry, that's Pellerine. The attack just outmanning the Gulls on the puck. And Voss now with it behind his net. Voss waits for the forechecker to make a play and then just flicks it down into the Gull zone where Carruthers picks it up. Imagine we'll see Carruthers for the rest of the game. Carruthers across the line. Carruthers with a shot, and that's gloved down by Howitt. .129 left to go. Going to be a face-off here in the attack zone. Be interested to see when Haverstock chooses to, looks like he's probably going to call a timeout here. Yeah. So timeout by the Gulls with 1:29 left to play. They're down by 1. And Noah takes a spot on the bench. suppose it was inevitable they were going to call a timeout. They had 6 skaters plus the goaltender out there until the timeout was called. Shots 40-35 in favor of the Central attack, as Haverstock drives up a play off this face-off in the offensive zone to try and get his team back to level, at least to extend this a little bit farther. Usual suspects out there for the Gulls. Newcomb takes the draw. Carruthers and McDonald in front of the net. Casey on the near wall. Comes to Casey. Flicks it down to Newcomb. Newcomb can't control it, and then in the attack stick. Out to the far side. That one's chipped up into the boards. Up into the bench, that is. And we're going to get a face-off back in the goal zone, so Noah will have to retake his net. So big face-off here with 1:17 left. And Coogan gets kicked out of the draw. White's going to come take it. Won by the Gulls. Furlong up along the near wall for Carruthers. And that's going to be offside. Just been that kind of night for the Gulls. Nothing's gone smoothly. .109 left to play. Net empty for the Gulls. The attack take it off the face-off. It's knocked down by Newcomb and it's dumped in. Up off the glass. Past Furlong, and that's going to go down. No icing on the call. Furlong now with it. Up to McDonald, makes a little move. McDonald's all alone, shot, and it's saved by Howitt. Furlong can't hold it at the line. Huggin with the little backhander. That one just goes wide on the near side. 30 seconds left to play. Furlong. Up for Newcomb, who can't hold on to it. And check back. Comes Madigan across the blue line. Into the corner, in behind the net, out in front, looking for McDonald. Newcomb now alone in the near far corner. Nobody there to help him for the Gulls. As Furlong now across the blue line, his shot just off a leg. And I think we had a offside there. That was called before the shot, nobody heard it. But we only got 5.3 seconds left. .3 seconds left. Face-off just outside. See what Newcomb tries to do is he's going to try and go forward with it, and he does. And it comes down to Furlong. Furlong's shot is wide. Out in front, another last chance. But nothing will come of it. And the Central attack pick up their first victory here in the tournament as they're 1-1, and the Gulls open up with a loss. Big victory for the Central attack. We'll get handshakes and then we'll just wait to see players of the game for each team. Well fought match here. Central attack just a little bit more organized, it seemed. Be interesting to see who the players of the game. Gotta think for the attack, Colby Huggin with a great game. Leighton Carruthers, of course, a couple goals for the Gulls. So Leighton Carruthers picks up Player of the Game honors for the Gulls with 2 goals in the game.
Player of the Game for your central attack.
Little delay here.
Sorry about that. Number 19,
Colby Huggin, picks up Player of the Game honors for the Central Attack. That'll do it for us here tonight. Join us all weekend for the rest of the action starting tomorrow morning at 10. I'll be back on the air and love to give you all the action for the Bantam AAA Atlantics. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow.